Hi out there in the YouTube land, welcome back to my channel. And in this video, we're going to be going over dating a Scorpio and, some character traits and their personality and how you, as their partner, or if you're dating one of them, how you can learn to deal with them. Okay? So we're going to break it down like we do in all the videos to their constituent components. Okay? So it is a fixed sign. It's a water sign, and it's ruled by Mars, okay? And its symbol is the scorpion. So let's break all those components down and then combine them and see what we get for Scorpio. So Scorpio is fixed, meaning, they're pretty stuck in their ways. They're fixed, okay? So just like a Taurus, just like a Leo, and just like Aquarius, they can be very fixed in their ways and kind of refuse to see other people's ways as being accurate or the right way to do things. Because the way that they do them, they're fixed in that. Okay? So they're very stubborn and they're ruled by Mars. So that's the planet of, war, initiation, taking action, taking charge. So you might find that Scorpios have a very warlike physique, kind of like a warrior. And, they're not shy to speak their mind. They can be very blunt, very hurtful at times with the truth that they speak. They're very intelligent people, very emotionally intelligent also, because the sign rules the part of the body that is the crotch. So since they've been a young little child growing up, they've always been aware of this sexual nature that people have, which typically most individuals don't like to talk about that kind of stuff. They like to suppress that and not acknowledge it. But Scorpios know that, that's not only just a part of life, but it's actually a fundamental part, which actually is the foundation or root to most of life, because sex, is life. It's what causes all of creation to come into existence. So, just as a little reminder to you Scorpio people, or if you're dating a Scorpio, know that sex is not evil. Sex is not just dark, okay? Because a lot of Scorpios come off as being, dark, as being mysterious. And that's because a lot of the truths that the Scorpio knows, they know also because they are so intelligent that most people can't handle the truth. Like most people don't want to talk about that, even if it is actually the truth. They would rather, suppress that. And that is true for almost all the signs except for Scorpio. Scorpio loves to talk about sex. They love to talk about, the depths of reality and, all those things that it implies. And, they're very, I was gonna say open, but no, they're actually not open. Like, they would want you to be open because they love knowing about other people's secrets and the deep, dark mysteries, but they are not very apt to disclose those secrets to other people's. They cling on to those kind of sexual secrets and they keep those embedded in their psyche. Okay? Now, they are the Scorpio as well, right? Like the scorpion, I should say. So they have that stinger, which means they have the capability to emotionally hurt you. They know what buttons to push. They can be very manipulative, very jealous, and brooding, and like very determined as well. So meaning like if they have set a goal, nothing is going to get in their way. They will accomplish their goal. And it doesn't mean they're going to tell you what their goal is, but because they're so secretive, but they will try their best and be unperturbed in seeking their goal. Nothing's going to get in their way. And they can be very intense. Like a lot of people, if they know Scorpios, they have a very intense gaze. They stare. It almost looks like they're looking at you right in your soul. And it can be very intense. And, you know, they're very sexual, as I said, because they rule the crotch is the part of the body that Scorpio rules over. So they're all aware of people's sexual nature. They are a water sign as well. So being a water sign means that they're very intuitive, very in tune with the emotional realms that humanity has. And they also have, I like to call them the lie detector of the zodiac, because they know if you're telling the truth. They're very, very hard to deceive. Like if you tell them a lie, even if it's not on your face, they'll feel if you're genuine or not. Like they're very good at knowing if you're telling the truth or not. Not to say they're perfect. Like, I mean, there are ways around that. And I'm not really going to go into that in this because this isn't about deceiving your partner. This is about you being more understanding and compassionate to dating a Scorpio. So know that they can be very, very obsessive, okay? And like when I say obsessive, I mean yes, I mean obsessive. I mean sexually dark and very obsessive in regards to you. Meaning if they love you, they might have fantasies of like tying you up and whipping you with chains and all that kind of darkness. And they're not going to share that with you because that's they know that you might take that the wrong way. But strong sexual feelings are very harbored within them, okay? You know, like the expression still waters run deep. That means just because on the surface they look all calm and composed, that doesn't mean that they're thinking, you know, that they're not thinking about you being naked and, you know, tying you up and all the kind of things that they could do to you. Like, they're very, very sexual beings. And, you know, everyone is sexual in nature, but Scorpios, it's like tenfold magnified, okay? So, you want to keep that in mind. And as I said, they have the lie detector test. So they're going to know if you're being honest or not. So you really want to be forthright, truthful when you're with your partner. Like, you know, if there's something on your mind, don't just hide it from them because they're going to feel that in the atmosphere, in the aura, because they're very, very intuitive, okay? I also want to let you know that the stinger, okay, Scorpios are renowned for having that stinger. And here's something that a lot of people do not know about that stinger is that 90% of the time that stinger is not used on other people. It's not. They actually use that stinger on themselves. And that causes a self-transformation where, you know, like they can completely cut people out of their lives and just be like, no, wall, mental wall. And they're not, there's no going back. Like once they have made up their mind about something, they are very fixed in that nature. Meaning you can't convince them otherwise unless they themselves change their mind. You can't do it. And trying to force your opinion or your perspective on them to change their mind is only going to further them being fixed and stubborn in the way that they already perceive things. So, yeah, that was it in a nutshell. Oh, one other little thing that's not necessarily the greatest thing to mention, but it's very true, is that Scorpios, because of the nature of having to bottle up a lot of that sexual nature, causes baldness, typically more so in the Scorpio men than the women because females will they don't take it so to heart. They embrace that sexuality and utilize that energy, whereas males tend to suppress that nature a little bit more because it's a little bit more intense in the male individual. So through suppressing that sexual nature, that can cause a lot of stress. And you know, stress leads to aging, that leads to balding. So it's you will find that a lot of Scorpios have balding, and that's just a part of their character nature, you know, just like a garden. We all have our own sacred attributes associated with our signs and with our chart components and composition. So know that about your partner. And, try to nurture them. And, if you're dating Scorpio, then you can know that if you are really forthright and honest and nurturing, and kind and compassionate, then you can help to counter that balding. But a lot of times you will notice that balding is kind of a typical trait of Scorpio. And that's, as I said, because they want to bottle it all up. And they're too smart to share some of those deep, dark secrets with you. And as a result of that, they end up hurting themselves by going bald. But yeah, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. And I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Bye for now. Mwah.